Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Texas Motor Speedway for race number 2 of the Sim500 at Midnight Thunder Truck Series. Here we are for a fun little race. It's not going to be little, but it's going to put on a good show. There's going to be a lot of slipping and a whole lot of sliding. Brad Allison currently top of the charts right now. And truck number 03, Brett Murphy in second. Hamish Gallagher in 8th, last week's winner. But super quickly, before we get too deep into this, let's look at tonight's race analysis. We got 93 laps of racing, 35 to 40 laps of fuel on estimation. So it looks like it's going to be a 2, maybe, or a 1, maybe 2 stopper, probably a 2 stopper. 0 fast repairs and 2 overtime attempts, and this is the second race of the season of 11. And track temp is really up there, 127 degrees. And then the air temp is just shy of 80. So these drivers are going to be very loose. This is the old Legacy Texas, so it's going to be very, very bumpy. It's going to be very fun to drive on for these drivers here. So on your screen right now is Tyler Dalton in car number 19. They had a pretty good week last week here. And these overlays are already breaking for me. So let's take a look at the points, even though there's not really a whole lot to look at. Because it's only one race into the season, so really it's just finishing results from last week. But we'll still look at them anyways here. So let's see. There we go. Now it popped up. Maybe. There it goes. So Hamish Gallagher has the current points lead for the time being. That could change very soon. You never know. With how this series is, you just miss one race and then you don't have the race points lead anymore. So with that, in second is Derek Myers. Oh wait, I'm looking at latest race results, so I want to go standings. Whoopsies. In second is still Derek Myers, 4 points behind. Hamish got 4 bonus points last week. Doesn't tell me what for though. I'm going to assume leading laps and all that usual stuff. And then after Myers is Doug Roth, who came home third. I think he was one of the very select few that took tires with just a few laps to go. Which honestly, if Derek had just a few more laps here, he may have gotten the win here. So we'll keep an eye on the 11 of Dustin German, who came home with a top 10 finish last week. Looks like he did finish 10th on the dot, so just barely inside the top 10, but hey, that still counts. That still counts for sure. So good start to the season for most of these drivers here. As we get ready to look forward to another good event. It's going to be, tires are going to be a huge deal here tonight for sure. Once one driver figures out a good strategy, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are probably going to follow suit or something. I don't really know what to expect here tonight, other than the absolute worst. What could happen, you know? We never know. We'll have to wait and see. We have a couple more minutes left of practice here, just about 5 minutes or so. We'll go ahead and drag someone up here in the booth here in just a moment. I'm still trying to fix the overlays because they decided to not want to work. So let's go ahead and grab someone here. Who do we have down there in the awaiting room? Let's see. Let's get Chum. Oh, I don't know. I thought about Chad Coleman. Yeah, let's get Chad Coleman. Hey, Chad, Jonathan Booth with VRN. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, well, it's going to be a very hot and slick racetrack here tonight, Chad. What are you going to try to do to give yourself the biggest advantage possible throughout the night and hopefully stay out front all night long?
I don't know. Hopefully, I can qualify good.
Well, how's the car feeling on the short run? Obviously, it's going to be very loose, so what, just, how's it feel? How's the track feel right now?
I was probably the wrong one to ask. I just got in there.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay. Well,
But yeah, it'll be probably same old Texas. It'll be hot, slick. It'll be good. It'll be fun.
well, would you prefer the newer Texas or the older Texas
Oh
over
no,
this?
Old Texas hand down.
All right. Well, good luck tonight. Looks like, from what I've gathered, at least this might be a one, maybe two stop race. So hopefully, you put on a show for us out there, and hopefully you get a good finish.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Trying to drag you back, it won't let me. Oh, there we go. I had to like keep going back and just, yeah, it wasn't fun. Okay, overlay should be fixed now. There we go. But we have 4 minutes left of practice here. Sorry for the very long delay. Overlays just did not want to work. I've had a little bit of trouble with them since I redid them, so I don't know. It's gonna be a fun race for sure, though. Next week, I think we are going to Las Vegas. Is that right? Yeah, Las Vegas. We're going to Las Vegas next week, so Las Vegas is another track that can get very slick, and it's very fun with these trucks. Honestly, I always have a whale of a time there at a Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Then we got National Super Speedway. That's probably gonna be my favorite race on the schedule because I honestly just love Nashville so much. I don't care which version it is; they both are awesome, and we're both racing them. Or we're not both racing them. We're racing at the Super Speedway, which is one I like more personally because I'm actually good at that one. But yeah, actually, here's Fuller on your screen now. I don't know where Coleman is. Let's see, where is he? He's not out on track yet, but Fuller now has the fastest lap in the session with a 29.784. Holy cow. Before then, it was Brad Allison who had it, and now he's fallen down to 5th on the scoring board. We have 93 laps of racing here tonight, as before mentioned. 0 fast repairs, 2 overtime attempts. And once again, this is race number 2 of the season. You see the weather, the air track temps, rather, has just only gone up so far. It was at 127 when we last checked. It's gone up an entire degree. Although that probably won't affect a whole lot, really. It definitely won't affect a whole lot. Oh, man. Seems like it's going to be a close race and what we're seeing right here on your screen now. Go ahead, widen out the camera here. I really just do not know what to expect at all from the racing here tonight. We might see a first-time winner in the series. Never know. Speaking of all-time wins, after last week's race at Homestead, Hamish Gallagher moves up to 4th on the all-time wins list, tied with Brian Macklin with 7. And then Chad Coleman has 8, Trey Edson has 9, and then Pedro Mojica has 12, and Daniel Falkingham only has 6. He needs more. Let's see, how many wins is Daniel up to now? 128. He's almost at 130. Man. We've seen some pretty good shows from these mile and a halves. So I think we're in for something new here tonight with how hot it is. That's just the topic of the night, just the heat. And it's hot in my room too now. Jesus. It is 11 o'clock. The clock has struck. It is time to qualify here in the Sim500 Midnight Thunder Truck Series here at Texas Motor Speedway, race number 2 of the season. There's Jerry West making a unconventional pit entry, as everything will now reset. 26 drivers scheduled to start here tonight. Actually a pretty good number. That's pretty solid, I will say. Alright, Eric Arnold first to come out onto the track. Never mind, Stoney Benfield is. And the number 75 Ford F-150. North Carolina 811, call before you dig on the hood of that number 75 truck. Who else we got out here right now? Got Eric Arnold and truck number 34. I think he's one of the Voodoo drivers. There's Brad Allison. Truck number 03. Gold wrap on that custom paints. I think it's custom paint something. 900% sure. Be one of the first few drivers to go out and try to set a lap. Here's Hamish Gallagher. He's actually already coming out of turn, going into turn number 4 on his first lap here. But he's not the first. Justin Fuller, first car out on track with a 30.184. Let me go to Fuller. Whoopsies. He's already halfway down the backstretch. He's back into 3. Trying to better his lap here. Now let's see what he can do. 29.985. Eric Arnold is on a really good lap here. 29.931. Top of the charts for Eric Arnold. I did not expect that from him. Good run for that 34. Let's see if Tyler Dalton can better his lap here. It's not looking likely. He's going to be short. 29.908. Never mind. Top of the charts. Tyler Dalton, and then Chad Coleman just steals it from him. Coleman now on the preliminary pole. Michael Muncy coming out of turn number 4 to kick off his first time to lap, 30.2. And that was on his second and final lap. Bobby Wetzel on his first lap. I think he had to go in and pit there. So not good for him. Here's Derek Myers. 29.956. Good enough for 4th. Solid lap time for the number 23 Bain Chevy. Can Bobby lay a lap here? Let's see. Michael Muncy goes 9th quickest, and Wetzel's loose. He's going to call it a run. Here's John Mustaine Jr. on his first timed lap here. And truck number 35. Voodoo Racing number 35, actually. About a minute left of qualifying here tonight. Well, let's see what he can do. Out of turn number 4, looks like he's going to be a solid 29. Nope, 33. That's actually good enough for 18th for now. Let's see if we can better that. Maybe get a 30.0 maybe? I think he can get a 3/10 gained here. Good lap so far. It's definitely faster than last lap. This could be a 20 knot. Nope. Got a little wiggly out of there. Out of 4, it's going to be a 30.0. Oh, it's going to be a 31 actually. Good enough for 14th, which still isn't all that half bad. Roughly mid-pack. Got a little bit of work to do for Mustaine. He should be okay. Qualifying has come to an end. So now let's go ahead and switch to your grid. As Chad Coleman and Tyler Dalton are going to be starting side by side on the front row, just 7 thousandths apart in qualifying. And then row number 2 is Jonathan Cadell in truck number 69 and Eric Arnold starting 4th. Row number 3 is Derek Myers, 1 win last season, trying to get win number 2 here tonight. And then Justin Fuller in the 51, starting 6th. Row 4, Hamish Gallagher, last week's winner in truck number 22, looking a little slower than he usually is. Hopefully he can rebound here as he started inside the top 10. And then Ben McDonald in truck number 47 on his outside. Rounding out the top 10, is Michael Muncy on the inside of row number 5, and then Brett Murphy in truck number 64, starting 10th. Row number 6 is Derek Stanley in the 11th position, and then Brian Beach in the 92, starting 12th. Row 7, Chris Sawyer in the 25. Beside him is John Mustaine Jr. in the 35. In row number 8, we have Brad Allison in the 03. And then beside him is John Higman Jr. in the 60. There we go. Row number 9 is Ron Hollifield in the number 1 truck. And then Stoney Benfield beside him in the 35. Rounding out the top 20 here is Jerry West in the 86, and then Mitchell Mumma in the 40. Row 11 is Rich Jett in the 36, starting 21st, and Dustin German to his outside in truck number 11. Row 12, we have Bobby Wenzel in the Superflow Chevrolet, and Steve Herring on his outside in the 98 Ballsy Chevy. In row number 13, we have Joe Sloniker in the 21 Focus Factor Chevy and George Rykon in the Goodwrench 57. And then rounding out the field here is Jerry Livingston in the 27th position. So we have a pretty big field here tonight. We'll have to see what these drivers deliver for us here. Yeah, quick weather update. A little lower, just not much. I'm sure these drivers would love if the track temp went down about 30, 40 degrees for sure. That would be the dream for these drivers. Here we go. It's going to be Chad Coleman and Tyler Dalton leading the field to green here out of turn number 4. It's time to get the show on the road here at Texas Motor Speedway. Pace cars off, and green flag is out here at Texas. 93 laps of racing coming your way here. Already we're seeing some 3 wide there. All the way back here, looks at the 47 Ben McDonald way on the bottom. Tyler Dalton not liking his car on the short run here. He is already dropping back big time from where he started. As their 3 wide here, John Mustaine Jr. already trying to work his way inside the top 5, it feels like. But we get spread out here soon. Brett Murphy, Derek Stanley side by side. John Hickman Jr. on the inside, way down on the bottom. They're fighting for 12th and 13th. Let's see here. Everything has single filed up front except for the battle for the race lead. Derek Myers side by side with Chad Coleman on the outside into turn number 3. Myers going to hand it on his quarter panel. No, not quite. He still has about half a lane between them. Myers with the advantage here out of 4. Justin Fuller back there as well. He's going to be able to get a run here with Eric Arnold, Ben McDonald, and Jonathan Cadell close behind. Oh, trouble in the back for Ron Hollifield, maybe. He looks like he may have gotten super duper loose, but we're going to go ahead and go back to the battle for the race lead. Chad Coleman still trying to hold him off on the bottom here. Looks like we got a little bit of cloud cover in 3 and 4. That's awesome news. As we approach lap number 5, that number 34, Eric Arnold already all over the back bumper of the 38, or the 51 rather. Michael Muncy holding on to 9th. Brian Beach under a lot of pressure from John Mustaine Jr. trying to get inside the top 10 here. He's already made up 3 spots since the start after qualifying in the 14th starting position. Derek Stanley stuck on the outside here. John Hickman Jr. Meanwhile, the battle for up front hasn't really changed much. Justin Fuller throwing his hat into the ring here. Derek Myers is in a bit of trouble here. He has no draft from behind, so he might start falling off here. As last week's winner, Hamish Gallagher, someone's up in the wall. I think that is Brian Beach in the 92. As Baja Blast, Chevy, I think he was up in the wall there from the 9th position. And Hamish is already down to 13th now as Derek Stanley goes on by. It looks like it's thinned out up here. I don't know what happened. Looks like some mistakes might have been made. It looks like everything now is all single filed out. Mustaine into the 10th position here on lap number 7. Getting a clip of that apron. He's going to get very loose here. Higman's going to push him still. He's not going to lose a position. Higman into the grass. Derek Stanley is going to go by the 60. And here comes Hamish looking for 12th. He's a bit hungry. Mitchell Mumma did not qualify. He's up to the 14th position. Coleman continues to lead here on lap number 8. Ben McDonald in 3rd. Having a good run. And then number 47, Ford F-150. Let's see here. Steve Herring and Stoney Benfield in a tight battle, but Dustin German now going to get around the 22 of Hamish. I hope he's just saving right now. I doubt he's actually just this slow. He is literally over 0.8 of a second slower than everyone else ahead of him. Wow. Now he'll run with them. I guess I'm assuming that he is just trying to save his equipment for the end here. Coleman just trying to get a gap. Fuller looking to the inside for 3rd. Derek is blinking big time here into turn 3 and 4. Oh, that might get him disconnected from the server here. He's back in. He's back in, but it's not good. The admins might make him drop back. I don't know if they'll do that here or not. Dustin German is on the move right now here. I don't remember exactly where he started, but I know outside of the top 20, if I remember correctly. As Justin Fuller will take the third position on the track with Eric Arnold and Ben McDonald behind him. Jonathan Cadell, and the 69 Sim Magic? I'm not sure. Oh, hold on to it. Come on. Oh, he's got it. He got it. He got it. What a save that was. Oh, let's go back and watch it again here. Looks like he got tight on the exited too. Got up into the wall maybe. Yeah. I mean, he was pretty sideways too. They'll take it down pit road from the fourth position. As Derek Myers now relegated to third. He's going to block the 34 all the way down to the bottom of the track. These two in a heated battle for third. Oh, man. Here comes Eric Arnold to the inside. He wants that third spot right now. Justin Fuller, Derek Myers, and Eric Arnold, your top four. I said that completely wrong. Chad Coleman, Justin Fuller, Eric Arnold, Derek Myers, Jonathan Cadell. Your top five as they run here on lap 14. It's been so far caution free here at Texas Motor Speedway. Take a look at the race analysis once again, quick. 35 to 40 laps of fuel here, folks. So we'll have to see when these drivers decide to come in and pit. And I would guess within the next 20 or 30 laps here. I can't exactly remember how many laps we've done. 15 coming to 16. So yeah, within the next 20, 25 laps, we'll start seeing some green flag pit stops. If this goes green the rest of the way. Here's Dustin German and Mitchell Mumma battling for 12th position here on the speedway. And right behind him in 14th is Hamish Gallagher, getting his 7th career win last week at Homestead, Miami. Dustin trying to back up another top 10 finish here tonight. Looking to the inside of Derek Stanley and got the absolute nose just cut right off there. Track temp is stayed about the same since we last checked it. So it looks like everything is still going smooth. And Coleman is just out here enjoying the lead. Derek Myers, big time starting to fall off though. There's Tyler Dalton. He did not get a very good start to the race whatsoever. And now here he is in the 6th position in truck number 19. The Sim500 Trans Service Chevy. Chris Sawyer getting around Higman. It looks like Higman's kind of on the downfall as well here. As Bobby Wetzel's going to get around him as well there. Wetzel was not able to set a qualifying lap earlier out of that incident early on in the night. Derek Stanley, Dustin German, Hamish Gallagher, Michael Muncy, all in a big heated argument here. Who's that way up top? Is that Muncy there in the 91? Yeah. Muncy's the white truck way up top there. Get a nice view of all the action going on here. Oh, looks like Dustin almost got into the back of Derek Stanley on corner entry there. He's going to get to the inside though. Out of 4. Making a charge for 10th. Trying to get inside the top 10 here. He'll take the position for now, and he'll clear him into 1. Looks like Brian Beach is now having connection issues as well. Saw a couple guys have some issues earlier. Derek Myers. Let's see. Let's go on board. Tyler Dalton here. See what he's seeing through his windshield right now. See how he is having to work the wheel, you know? Jonathan Cadell working on this 23 truck here, as he is trying to get up inside the top four. Maybe be able to get inside the top three here later. That's a problem. That is a big problem indeed here. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh, man. There's Mitchell Mumma there. John Mustaine Jr. Just, oh, man. Big hits all around. Oh, my. Who did that? Who did a perfect flip and landed it? I think it was, Chris Sawyer. It's not... I mean, it looks pretty cool from onboard here. I mean... The fact that he landed it too. Alright, one more look at it here. But this time in slow motion. And landed. Oh man. Crazy, man. That was the kind of one of the coolest tracks I've ever seen. Here comes the field. As expected, everyone's had 25 laps or so on their tires. Everyone coming in now. Jonathan Cadell pitting from the 5th position. Let's see if he can maybe gain some spots. Oh, look at Fuller. He's put the big boy pants on. He just took the lead from Chad Coleman. Derek Myers going to take 3rd. And that's 69's up to 4th. We're missing someone here. Who is running? Oh, there he is. There's Eric Arnold. I was very confused there for a second. I was like, wait, we're missing someone. Anyways. Justin Fuller leading his first laps of the night. We're going to go ahead and take a break here. We'll be right back once you're getting ready to go back green. Alright, it is time to go back green here at Virtual Legacy, Texas Motor Speedway. We'll have to see what goes on over the last... Whoa, there we go. Here we go. Pace car pulling off the speedway this time around. Green flag is back out. Justin Fuller, Chad Coleman. Breathing field to green. Coleman did not get going at all there. And Eric Arnold going to slide by third. So the first three rows all clear of the outside lane. That definitely hindered car number 69 of Jonathan Cadell. As he's going to try to get around that 38 into turn number 3 and 4. The 86 now side by side with Coleman. Man, Coleman led the first third of the race, and now he is dropping like a fly. One bad restart and you are gone. Now it's Justin Fuller. He had the fastest lap in practice. He was one of the fastest trucks basically all night long. So we'll see what he can do here. So we're approaching, lap number 30. Coming to just 64 to go or so. So this is coming down. We're gonna see one more pit stop for sure. Oh, Derek Myers is around. I saw that coming. The way they were racing up front, they were like 3 wide, 10 wide or something, man. Trying to get to him. There he is. Goes to the inside of Coleman or Fuller and just hits the apron. Ouch. Man, that was unfortunate for Derek. He was having a really good run. Looks like he's back up to 13th now. Not a lot of damage, but he might be sitting in the pits taking optional for quite some time there. Talk to Coleman early. Let's get Justin Fuller up in here, up in the booth. Let's get his teammate now. Hey Justin, Sean up in the booth with Vera, and you got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, well looks like most of the field's gonna come back down to... Oh, never mind. It's only a few of you. But what's the pit strategy? Do you think you're gonna go down pit road just one more time after this, or think you're good for the rest of the race?
It depends on how much damage I got from somebody driving over their head.
Well, from what I
So,
can see, it doesn't look that bad. Left side looks a little pushed in, but it's not that bad from what I see up in the booth here.
well, it said I had 0, so, but it definitely hit me. So, I don't. I kind of expected it out of him or Eric. They go wide open the whole time, then they fall off like a rock falling out of the sky. So, you'd think they'd learn sooner or later to learn how to save tires, but it's unfortunate we had that caution. It was kind of expected. But you know, we had a good little lead there while we were in second, but Chad and I were pulling away pretty good. So we'll see if we can drive back to the field. But yeah, I think there's only one more stop left in this race. We can make it if it goes green all the way. We can make it on one stop.
Well, Justin, how'd your truck feel during that first run? You were the fastest car in practice and pretty high up there in qualifying as well. So how'd it feel during that first 25-ish lap run?
Not bad. We screwed up at qualifying, hit the apron. I don't know if it would have been pole, but it would have been pretty close. Then it was not too bad. Wasn't too bad that first run. A little tight. We got, you know, It was Eric. He was just throwing late dive bombs into the corner, so I was chopping him off because I don't deal with that stuff. So we got hit that one time and had to save it, burn the tires up a little bit more than I wanted to in that save. But I think we'll be all right here. We should be able to come back to the field as long as we can stay out of trouble.
Alright, Justin, we got another 60 laps to do it. Just don't burn your stuff up and I think you'll be okay. But don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm saying.
Thanks.
Alright, have a good rest of your night. Hopefully we can talk to you in post-race.
Yep. Hopefully.
I have a feeling Chad Coleman and Justin Fuller are going to be 1-2 one way or another here tonight. Speaking of Coleman, he'll be restarting in the 3rd position here. After having a... There's no other way to put it other than terrible restart. I mean... Oh. We'll see if he can get a better restart here. Hopefully he can. As we have, like I said, just 60 laps to go on the dot as they cross the line here. Are they 2 to green yet, or 1 to green yet? Yes, they are. We're going to line them up 2 by 2 and let them have at it once again. So the drivers who pitted are... Okay, so the drivers who stayed out, 13th and up. So top 13 all stayed out under that previous caution. And then 14th on down went in and pitted. And the top 22 are all still in the session and on the lead lap. So Jonathan Cadell going to lead his first few laps of the night. Let's see if he can lead some green flag laps here. He's had some good speed. I think he's a solid top 5, top 3 car for sure. Just have to see what he can do. He's got Jerry West on his outside. And then obviously Chad Coleman on his inside, and he is definitely one of the faster trucks here tonight. And Justin Fuller, a handful of rows back. We can see him just barely. Let's see what happens on this restart here. Pace truck diving down onto pit road because that's where it wants to go. Wants to hide away from all these drivers. Green flag is out and a good, solid start there for everyone. Let's keep an eye here. Let's go wide angle here. See if we can see everything that goes on here on this restart. Looks like everything up front, top 7 or 8 cars, going to single file out pretty quickly there. Dustin German looking on the inside of Tyler Dalton into turn number 3. I think that's for the 6th position. 7th maybe? Oh, it's too close to call it, really. I can't tell. But yeah, look at how these guys are running right now. Dalton is once again on the fall. There's Justin Fuller. He restarted 14th. He's already passed an additional 4 cars. He's inside the top 10. As looks like mistake by the 69 getting into turn 3 there. Or is he just giving too much room there? Yeah. Just letting them on by. Jerry West, Chad Coleman, your top 2 here. Justin Fuller's going to be an exciting truck to watch here as he cuts and dives and weaves in between cars, trying to make up any ground he can. And Chad Coleman do the race lead now. Over Jerry West, Brian Beach, Jonathan Cadell, and Hamish Gallagher. And that 19 is still falling. Brett Murphy, next car on Fuller's radar here. So he also has Bobby Wetzel behind him, and Bobby, he's kind of struggled during the first third, and now look where he is. Inside the top 10, holding off Eric Arnold. It's getting close up front here. Jerry West and Chad Coleman pretty much bumper to bumper as they head into turn number 1. And as we heard from Fuller, there's going to be at least one more stop for sure. But there could possibly be more later on. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the weather again here quick. Still hasn't changed. Still 127, 126. So those two are just going to keep at it. Update on Fuller. He's going to go around the number 64. Here comes Bobby. Huge momentum on the bottom there. He's there. He's on his inside. And now Wetzel's going to go into the 9th position. And it looks like Eric Arnold might be able to get inside the top 10 as well. Yes, he will. Fuller has a bunch of cars ahead of him here. Let's see if we can go on board. Oh, no, I don't want rear bumper cam. I want front bumper cam. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, Dustin German just ahead there. Custom paints and die cast on the 03 of Brad Allison. And Coleman will be, or Fuller will be able to clear the 03 very easily here. So he heads down the backstretch. Dustin German has had some pretty good runs here. He's in 6th. Hamish Gallagher is in 5th. Jonathan Cadell 4th. Brian Beach 3rd. Jerry West 2nd. And then Chad Coleman continues to lead here at Texas Motor Speedway. Nice little zoom in here on the leaders. Oh, I was going to try to at least. We'll go back onto the yeah, we'll try cockpit cam here. See what we got going on here. Look at the footwork here as you can see his legs are shaking really bad. Just how bad the track is right now with how just I don't know what how bumpy it is. That's the word I'm looking for. Ooh, we got a slow car up here. It's the 92 of Brian Beach as we will get on the inside and pass him and clear him. Fuller now just outside the top 5. All over the back over to German. I think we're going to see a great battle for 5th in the coming laps here. So we'll go back to your usual TV camera. I had my fun in the free cam. Problems for the 92 here as he is slow on the track here at halfway. He's going to come down pit road. Coleman with over half a second lead. And here's the battle I was just talking about. Fuller's going to pass the number 11 for 5th. Bobby Wetzel still holding on to 8th. Might be able to get around that 03 here very shortly. Cadell holding on to 3rd. And Hamish Gallagher 4th. Justin Fuller 5th. Brian Beach still in pit road here. Don't know if he had a mechanical issue or what happened there. However, oh, Fuller in the wall that time. Looks like he's going to bring it down pit road as well. About right around halfway. I mean, I don't know if that's a great call or not. I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know if pitting now would be a good idea or not, because you're going to burn your tires up pretty quickly. However, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Virtual Racing Network. I can figure out how to disable it when you click on the thing that turns that on. I forget how to do that. We are on board Eric Cadell. So he's right behind Hamish Gallagher here. So he's really working that wheel here. As we heard from the 51 earlier, it gets very, very tight on the long run. And I can definitely see why. Justin Fuller is now 6 laps down. Is he still in the pits? A little flyby. I don't see him there. I'm going to guess he's back out on track. I mean, these drivers must be boiling up in here. Must be insanely hot there in the car. No, Justin Fuller is out of the race. He had a really good truck, man. I don't know what happened. Jerry West in the 86 here. In second. Not a driver I honestly expected to be up front. He's in a really good race right now. He has a about 1.5 lead or so. No. Half a second lead over Hamish there. As Eric Arnold is approaching ever so closer to the 69 of Jonathan Cadell. And Eric Myers is not really recovered very well. He's down in the 17th position. Chad Coleman, he is on cruise control right now, man. Like, he hasn't really tried to pull away majorly. He's just kind of saving his stuff, taking his time. So we're approaching lap number 60. Coleman really is making himself the favorite to win here tonight. As the approaches turn number 2. Eric Arnold, Jonathan Cadell are still inching ever so closer together here. This could be a battle for third very, very soon. Let's see what happens though. Looks like here comes Jerry West, Dustin German, George Rincon down pit road. First of many to pit here. We've had just over 30 laps on tires, so now would be probably roughly a good time to pit here. And I'm hearing over Jonathan Cadell's radio here. I was waiting to see if he would say something. 7 more laps until he's going to come in and pit. So I expect within the next 7 laps we see everyone else come down pit road. Looks like we got a slow car on the backstretch. Is that Joe Sloniker? Yes, it is. What happened? Oh, he was just coming out pit road. Okay, okay. I was like down a cylinder or something there. As Eric Arnold's going to get by Jonathan Cadell, I'm sure he's probably just going to letting him by here. So we're on lap 60 now, and as we mentioned during the pre-race, pit window is 35 to 40 here. And we are in the 35 to 40 range now for most of these drivers. Except for Eric Arnold. He pitted earlier when he was involved in that incident there on the second caution. So he is 7 laps lower on fuel. He can make it 7 more laps than these guys can for the most part. So I'm sure he'll probably take advantage of that. Some of Derek Myers and Rich Jett, who also came in early. So I'm going to assume that Arnold is going to stay out as long as he possibly can and give himself the best track position possible. Coming to 31 to go here for Coleman, and Eric Arnold has actually come down pit road now. Okay. Was not expecting that. I'd expect the rest of the field to come in, oh, I don't know, within the next 2 to 3 laps. Not quite sure. It looks like there's a bit of a mess behind the 69 here. Oh, maybe not. Just a bunch of trucks on fresh tires, that's all it is. As the teammates of Bobby Wetzel and Tyler Dalton, 4th and 5th as they run. Coleman approaching lap number 40 on tires here. So we're exiting the pit window now, so probably within the next lap or two. Wait, hold on. Did I hear Coleman really just like... Hold on, let me see if we can hear it in the cockpit view here. Oh yeah, zoom back out. Oh, I thought I heard him like slam the clutch. He's gonna slam the brakes here though. Here it comes down pit road. What about Hamish? Hamish is staying out. Here comes Cadell. Wetzel staying out. Tyler staying out. Livingston is staying out. Muncie is coming in. Myers is staying out. Yeah. So is Rich Jet. Alright. First round of green flag pit stops there. Complete. So Coleman, Cadell, Muncie all came down pit road that time. And here comes Hamish as the 9 and the 19 will continue to stay out here. And what about Jerry Livingston? Is he going to stay out? No, he won't. He'll come in. Derek Myers, one of those drivers who pitted beforehand earlier. He is still out. Here comes Wetzel. Here comes Dalton. Dalton coming in very hot. That might be a speeding penalty for the 19 crew. Oh, man. That was nearly very fatal. As Derek Myers, your race leader now. And here he comes down pit road. Rich Jet, will he follow? No, he won't. Jerry West pitted about 5 laps before the leaders did. No, about 7 laps before most of the leaders did, sorry. Dustin German and Rich Jet will be fighting for the race lead here. Or, I'm sorry, Jerry West and Dustin German, rather. Because Rich Jet's about to probably come in pit road this time. Let's see. Rich Jet coming in, Sony Benfield coming in as well. And I think that'll conclude pit stops, if I am not mistaken here. Let's see. I think that's everybody. But West and German might have to come in again. Not 100% sure on that though. They're 13 laps in. They got about 20 laps. Oh no, they'll be fine. They just gotta hope that Eric Arnold and Chad Coleman don't catch them. And it looks like we got a group of 3 right here battling. Brett Murphy trying to hold off Jonathan Cadell for 6th. And then Hamish trying to hold on to 5th. Here comes 69 to the inside. And he'll take that position with ease. That's a 4-lap tire difference between those two. Rich Jet's already 1 lap down. As we await Jerry West to probably get caught up to probably very shortly. I mean, Eric Arnold is gaining at a very, very fast rate. She's being gained on at a very fast rate. I think it's a 2-way street here. Coleman's gaining on Arnold, and Arnold is gaining on the leader. I think I used that right. I don't really know. Honestly, 20 laps to go now, though. Here at Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, Texas. We'll go ahead and pull up this because, yes, why not? Eric Arnold up to 2nd, but here comes Chad Coleman with a move to the inside. He's going to slide up a bit. He's going to try to make it work on the outside of that number 38A Shock Toyota Tundra. All he has to do is carry momentum and pinch that 34 down. A lot of momentum to the 38 in entry. Will it carry over to exit? Yes, it will. He has him clear by about half a car length. Just wasn't able to clear him enough to fully clear him. And Jerry West continues to pull away. Actually, no, I take that back. He is not pulling away by any stretch of the imagination. As Coleman will move up to 2nd. Brett Murphy in danger of losing another spot here. Actually, no, he already lost the position. My bad. Eric Arnold, all he can really do is hold on to a top 3 here. Then Jonathan Cadell, he is trying to get inside the top 5. He should be able to pass Dustin German eventually, I would think. I don't know. German has some pretty good long run speed, so. And Cadell is about 2 seconds back here, so we'll have to see what happens. We still got plenty of racing left, so. Like I said, we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. As that number 69 car is looking for his first career win in the series, I do believe. I think, unless I looked in the wrong series, I should be right. We've had a lot of comers and goers so far. Mainly Coleman and Fuller dominated the race here. As battle for the race lead, here comes Coleman to the inside of Jerry West, and he'll take the position with ease, as usual. And yeah, it does appear that he is looking for his first career win in the 69. So I was right. I did look in the right category. But Chad Coleman, he's looking for win number 9. And if he wins this race here tonight, he will tie with Trey Eidson in 2nd most all time. And I think if he can just make a couple more races this season, he will probably be the most winningest driver in this series here soon. So I just give him maybe, oh, I don't know, 5 more races. I'll give him 5 more races. And in those 5 more races, I think he can get it. Actually, hold on, I just looked at this. His win percentage is 9%. In 88 starts, only 8 wins. That's not bad. It's much better than what I would do. It'd probably be 100 starts, 100 races for me, and 0 wins. As we're inching closer and closer, just 10 laps to go here. Lap 81 is now underway. Eric Arnold looking for second. Jonathan Cadell up to fifth. I don't know if Hamish and Jonathan will be able to catch up to the 86 or not. But if they do, they might be able to get a 1, 2, 3, 4. Eric, Hamish, Jonathan. Maybe Tyler Dalton maybe get top 5 here? I'm not sure. How far back is Tyler from Dustin? Okay, he's not that far back. Same with Bobby, so honestly, Dustin might not finish inside the top 10 here. Maybe. There's only like 10, there's only 12 laps to go right now, and Brad Allison has a pretty big gap between him and Brett Murphy, last car inside the top 10, so I think German has a top 10 locked up here. As we're coming to just 10 laps to go this time around. And the Sim500 Midnight Thunder Truck Series, that logo is not centered as well as I thought it was. Just realized that. These two are merely beating the doors off each other there for 14th and 15th. Oh dear. Hamish is still trying to reel in at number 86. Tyler Dalton's going to get around the number 11. And Bobby Wetzel, I would assume, is probably going to do the same thing within the next 4 or 5 laps. Jonathan Cadell is probably just going to hold on to a 5th place finish here. Once it's all said and done, Jerry West might be able to get a top 3 after all. He's keeping Hamish behind him. There's now 9 laps to go for Chad Coleman. Oh, something happened to Jerry back there. Looks like he may have gotten up into the wall. I think I saw a little bit of scratches on the right side there. It's hard to tell. Might have gotten up in the wall there. Not sure. Next week is going to be Las Vegas Motor Speedway for race number 3. And honestly, I think the the drivers who are in contention for the championship the championship talk can start talking around after Las Vegas and Nashville. That's already 4 races into the season of an 11 race season, guys. Not a long season at all, but it's definitely going to be a fun one. There goes Jerry West. I don't think Cadell is going to be able to get there at all. Too far back right now. Over 2 seconds and barely gaining. It's all but over for a top 4, but he can still definitely hold on to 5th. As there's now just 6 laps to go for Chad Coleman to get win number 9 of his career and win number 67 in the all-time Sim500 record book. Or no, I'm sorry, win number 53. I was looking at Justin Fuller there. It is 974th career start. 5 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. One last time, we'll go ahead and check the track time. It has gone down 3 entire degrees since we started the broadcast. Wow, look at that. The cloud cover definitely helped. It's looking really shady over there in 1 and 2. Not so much in 3 and 4, but it still looks a lot better than it did at the start. Jonathan Cadell might lose fifth, sorry, to Tyler Dalton here. They seem like they are ever so quickly closing in on each other. The gap was 1.8 about 3 laps ago. Now it's 1.2. The gap between Cadell and West was about 2. Now it's about 1.6. By 3 laps to go, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Chad Coleman has put on a really good show for us here. Only 2 cautions here tonight so far. There might be another one here. You never know. But Justin Fuller was another driver I was really looking forward to watching here tonight as he worked his way up through the field, but got up in the wall, and I'm guessing that ended his night. He's going to come in with a 21st place finish. And then Chad Coleman, Eric Arnold, Hamish Gallagher, Jerry West, Jonathan Cadell, your top 5 finishers. Or what could be your top 5 finishers. I don't know if Dalton will be able to get to Cadell or not. But here comes Chad Coleman now, turn number 4. White flag is in Barney's hand as he brings the field to 1 lap remaining here at Texas Motor Speedway. We've been through a lot so far tonight. We literally witnessed a car do a complete 360, landed on its wheels, and then it blew up. But as Chad Coleman heading into turns number 3 and 4, win number 9 for Chad Coleman in the Sim500 Midnight Thunder Truck Series, and win number 53 all-time. Coleman wins at Texas here tonight. It is 974th career start. And he definitely dominated for sure. There is no doubt about that. He's going to burn it down. In the grass he goes. Give him a good old Texas style burnout, Chad. Chad Coleman, your race winner here tonight. We'll go ahead and get Hamish Gallagher up in here to start off the post-race interviews with his 3rd place finish here tonight. Hey Hamish, Sean up in the booth with VRN. You got me?
Sure do, mate. How you doing?
Doing good, man. You had another solid finish here tonight for you, another top 3 podium. At the start of the race, it looks like you were a little slower than you were last week. You're in the bottom half of the top 10. What did you find towards the second half that propelled you up inside the top 5, top 3?
Yeah. Solid's probably the right word. Like I wasn't super fast or anything like that, but I was just trying to look after my tires. So everyone was, because you could be flat out here if you wanted to. I didn't want to. I want to try and not kill my right front. So just let all those guys go and let them burn their stuff off. And me and Dustin were working together there. We were slowly working our way back up, and then we had a couple of cautions sort of mix things up. But yeah, once I had a bit of track position, I could actually drive the thing a bit harder. So yeah, no, it was a good fun race. Like the track was a little bit tight, but you still had plenty of grip, so you could still race it and use different lines and stuff. So yeah, that was another fun race.
Well, you say you can use different lines, but it seems like the inside line was definitely the way to go. Was the outside lane just that terrible, or do you think it was just no one wanted to go up there?
Yeah, no, it was pretty low grip. But you really just wanted to use a little bit of a higher line to try and get a run off on people, like sort of back the entry up and arc it a bit. So you could use that to try and get a run in the pass. But yeah, definitely the fastest line was pretty much on the bottom all night.
All right. Well, next week we're heading to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That's probably gonna be another slick, tight track at the start and then tight at the end. What do you think about Las Vegas, and do you think you'll have another good run for us there?
Maybe it's a bit kind of Not a huge fan of Vegas or anything like that. But yeah, no, I'll definitely be turned up and having hopefully another good time for these guys.
All right. Well, is there any shout outs or thanks you'd like to give out to anyone here tonight?
Yeah, just shout out to Chad on the win. He did a good job. Just everyone at Sim500, particularly Steve for hosting these races, is always great. You guys for the broadcast, and just my team, Mitch Motorsports.
All right. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you at Las Vegas.
Yes, thank you, boss.
And I don't see anyone else there. We'll give him a couple more minutes here. We'll give him 2 minutes. Arnold and Coleman. Coleman just joined. I'm trying to get Microsoft Store to get off my screen here, but I want to quickly look at the full race final results and whatnot. So I'm going to pull up the website quick if it'll load. There it goes. I'm going to drag Chad Coleman up in here. Hey Chad, Sean up in the booth with VRN. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, it's great to have you back up in the booth here once again. You came home with the win here. Did you think you were going to be able to get it, or do you think you were going to have to battle your teammate Justin there for a while?
I thought Van Fuller would probably have a pretty good race, and then I think he said he ended up getting a text message or something, and he looked at his phone and hit the wall in the back straightaway. So that ended that. But yeah, I kind of got surprised by qualifying. I really didn't expect to be on the pole. I really feel like setup had about another 300s in it. I figured somebody hit that because I mean I had like I think maybe 2 laps of practice when I come in, and during the race, I mean it drove just like I remember it driving here with the old Texas. It's a shame NASCAR and then iRacing followed suit and had to ruin a great race trip.
Well, you definitely put on another dominating performance here. Explain how your race went. Had to do a little bit of maneuvering through the field, but not a whole lot. So it was a pretty stress-free-ish race, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say it was uneventful, but I mean, everything has stuff you have to drive around a couple times in the race, and there were some incidents in front of us, like one or two. The main one was when I think the 23 got a piece of the apron, and then got a piece of the 51. But on that one, I put myself in that position. I was asleep on the restarting on the outside without that restart zone to help us out, and I kind of like I said, I was asleep. I don't really have no other excuses than that. But yeah, I mean, after that, I pushed a little harder and got the lead back, got clean air, and then after that, it was just make your pit stop, don't speed, come back out and finish it up.
All right. Well, with this win here tonight, this marks your 9th win in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series and your 53rd overall. I think it was 52nd or 53rd. One of those numbers, but you have a lot of them. And that was your 974th career start. So do you think you'll be able to maybe get up there and maybe break 100 here soon?
I'd like to. I wish my win total was better, compared to how many starts I have. But all the series in this league that we run over here, the ones that they're really good. The series they're tough, good competition, and it's not that easy to win races. It's tough when you're having to race against people like Daniel and David and Byron and Pedro, some of these other guys that's got a good bit of wins. And Adam Gillen, Trey Edson. I mean, all those guys are good, and we'd have had a hell of a race here tonight if all of them would have showed up, but they didn't. So I'll take a win and be happy.
All right, Chad. Was there any shout outs or thanks you'd like to give out to anyone here tonight?
I gotta thank Steve Herring for putting this deal together. I give him a lot of hard times and stuff. Give him a lot of crap because he's really old. So I figure I got to get that in. He probably ain't got many years left for me to rag him. But I got to thank him. He's hands down probably one of the best admins that we've got here, and he's one of the best admins that I've raced with and raced in his series. And of course, thank Joey and everybody else at Sim500 for putting this deal together. And thank you for broadcasting.
All right, Chad. Well, have a good rest of your week, and hopefully we see you next week in Las Vegas.
Yeah, thanks, man. If I'm home, we'll be here.
All right. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning into tonight's race. We'll see you guys back live next Tuesday night with the Sim500